I'm gonna play Ja.
Ja, yeah.
I'm gonna play Ja.
See, look, I'm gonna put it like this. This is what happened.
So you guys, I want to bring y'all this video on Amari Bailey and talk about a few things such as him getting drafted and also coming for Ja Morant over his mom Johanna Leia. So here's the thing. We all know just recently during this year's NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets decided to draft Amari Bailey for their 41st overall pick in the second round after him playing one season at UCLA and going one and done while averaging 11 points throughout 30 games in the Pac-12, including shooting 49 field goal percentage and also shooting 38% from the three-point line. And on top of that, if y'all don't know, Amari was named as the Pac-12 Freshman of the Week 4 times being at UCLA while earning one of the 5 spots on the Pac-12 All-Freshman team at the end of the year despite missing the month of January due to a foot injury. So now that Amari has officially got drafted after one season in college, he now joins Zach LaVine and Lonzo Ball as their only one and done guards to come out of Westwood in the past 10 years. And honestly, it's good that he decided to enter the draft combine because it really did help him out by getting drafted. He ended up finishing with 36 points and 14 assists throughout 2 scrimmages in front of NBA scouts, which he also showed more composure and playmaking abilities in those scrimmages as well than playing at UCLA. So I'm very excited to see the impact that Amari will have being on the Charlotte Hornets, playing alongside with LaMelo Ball and Terry Rozier as a backup guard joining their backcourt on the team. And they most likely would put him on their Summer League team this year as well. So the main reason on why I'm bringing y'all this video is because it seems like Amari is still wanting to come for Ja Morant after being with his mom, Johanna Leia. Because not too long ago, Amari was on a podcast with Iman Shumpert on Uninterrupted, and Iman asked him who you want to match up with in the league. You can then see Amari paused and started thinking. Then he immediately said, "I'm going to play Ja," with a smirk on his face, as in he been was waiting to say this, because he even repeated himself again twice while still giving Ja his props for being a young face in the league. So here's the thing. This situation between Amari and Ja actually gets way deeper because Ja used to mess with his mom last year. I even made a video that was titled Ja Morant Did This With Johanna Leia. If y'all have not seen that video, make sure you go check it out. So let's rewind back on how all of this started. Now, if y'all don't know, before Ja even started messing with Amari's mom, Johanna actually was in a relationship with Drake at first because they were spotted on a date in July of 2021, being at an empty Dodger Stadium, which Drake rented out the whole stadium just to take her on a date, including them moving forward with their relationship right after. Because Drake started to pull up to Amari's games with his mom Johanna while he was still attending Sierra Canyon. And on top of that, Drake even gave Amari a 10 chain, which Amari was extremely excited, dancing in his crib and shouting Drake out on Instagram. So Amari was actually happy that his mom was dating Drake, but here's the thing. Once his mom and Drake fell off, shortly after, Ja Morant then came in the picture, which made Amari turn his head and start his villain arc. Because to remind y'all, Ja is not that much older than Amari. So Amari honestly looks at Ja like one of his friends or teammates because they are basically around the same age. So just imagine seeing one of your friends messing with your mom. That's how Amari was looking at Ja dating his mom Johanna. That's why he never really liked him, including flicking him off when his mom went on live talking about her experience at Cleveland with Ja during All-Star Weekend that year. Ja also went on live as well around that time when he was messing with Johanna, and you can even see Amari's mom comment on his live with a blushing emoji while he was talking about some personal things. Then of course, not too long after that, Ja ended up linking with Johanna again, and she made a post while getting flown out by saying, "No pressure, we just like what we like." She also posted a quote that said, "Once you hit a certain age, you become permanently unimpressed by a lot of S." Then she took a picture of her socks and it says, "I don't give a F." So as you can see, she was clearly talking about Ja because they had some stuff going on. And the reason on why she says she don't care, which is not surprising because that's like 95% of women nowadays, is because she knows that she is old enough to be Ja Morant's mom too. But at the end of the day, they both are grown and got money, so of course nobody can do anything about it besides Amari because that's his mama, who is his #1 supporter. We all know Amari and Johanna are always together, and now that he has got drafted, most likely she's going to be at most of his games, if not all. So this upcoming season is going to be very interesting. Definitely when the Hornets play the Grizzlies. I know Ja is currently dealing with a 25-game suspension, so we probably won't see the Amari vs. Ja matchup until later throughout next season until he returns. But this is definitely going to be a rivalry in the making, because when you think about it, Amari is on the same team with LaMelo now, and we all know Melo and Ja had their own matchup going on, so now Ja has to worry about LaMelo and Amari at the same time. I honestly cannot wait to see this, because after watching that podcast, you could tell that Amari is coming for Ja. He has not forgotten about nothing. His facial expressions were showing it all after Iman asked him that question. It's so obvious. Like, this can get really serious, you guys. Ja is literally the #1 person on Amari's list. I definitely want y'all to leave your comments and opinions below on how y'all feel about this, because this situation is crazy. Even though I support Ja and Amari, I honestly don't blame Amari for feeling the way he does towards Ja, because that's literally his mama. Anybody will feel some type of way, definitely when you know the guy who messed with your mom is around your age. It honestly was different for Drake, because Drake is older, and on top of that, he's an artist. Drake dating Johanna was a flex to Amari. That's why he didn't care. But for Johanna dating Ja, who is a basketball player just like him, yeah, Amari was not going for it at all, and he clearly still feels some type of way about that. But he still has to put in a lot of work to even get close to where Ja is at, so you already know. This is just going to keep filling up his fire, which could actually help him out in the long run. In my opinion, this whole situation is wild, because I can see it from every angle when it comes to Amari's connection with Drake and Ja, and it honestly does make sense on why he feels differently towards both of them dating his mom. Because most likely he listens to Drake's music and also looks up to him being a big artist, including his mom, and we all know Drake likes to hoop as well. But him and Johanna didn't even last that long in their relationship, which is not surprising at all. Even for Ja's situation with Johanna, I don't even think they even dated. They were just probably messing around with each other just because they wanted to. Like Johanna said in that post she made when she linked with Ja, we just like what we like, including saying she don't care. So of course, if she didn't care, then you know Ja definitely didn't care either. But we all know at the end of the day, the person who did actually care was Amari, because he knows the game. He's literally a hooper himself. That's why he gave that smirk when he said, "I'm going to play Ja." And at the same time, after watching that podcast, I'm going to give Amari his props, because he still gave Ja credit being a young face of the league. So Amari clearly does have a little respect for him when it comes to his game on the court, because he used to do the gritty on Instagram Live just like Ja and everything. I just think it's the principle, knowing that Ja is only 4 years older than him, who just got drafted in 2019 and already pulling his mom. So he clearly was sending a message to Ja to let him know that he is coming. And also, leave y'all comments below on how y'all feel about Amari's situation at Charlotte. Do y'all think that team will be a good fit for him to contribute and progress his game in the long run? Because I honestly can see the Hornets putting him on a two-way contract and sending Amari to the G League to play with the Greensboro Swarm for a little bit just to progress his game. And the Summer League also will be coming up soon as well. So we're going to see on how the Charlotte Hornets will decide to place Amari in the lineup throughout the season. I thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you like, subscribe. Make sure you press the notification bell. T-Gang, we out.